A year ago I did a video of my car and I went over all the modifications, and since then I've been up to loads and loads of different bits and pieces. So I'm going to be slightly big-headed, and I'm going to name this video fastest M5 in the UK with a question mark. I'm not saying it is the fastest, but I'm saying it's definitely got the potential, and there's a few things that no one's beaten yet, but there is a few other fast M5s out there. So if people have done certain times or have done this and that, please let me know, because I will try to make my car faster again and beat you. Anyway, getting on to the bits and bobs that I've done since that first video, I'll go over the sort of bits that you can't see first, and that is I've upgraded the drive shafts. I've used the drive shaft shop for that because I've got a set of drag radials. They need to be strengthened so they don't snap. The SSP clutch is now in, and the car does no longer slip its clutch, and hiding underneath this engine cover is a Supersprint exhaust manifold. It's tubular, it's free flowing, and it's going to help get the gases out of the car a lot quicker. And as we know, to make power, it's all about air, and you want to get that in and out as quick as possible. So that's sort of the bits that were done a while ago, but they're quite big nevertheless. On to more recent things. Visually the car's pretty much the same as it's been for a while, apart from these bad boys. So these are 660 crypto wheels. They're 20-inch. They're like a black tint colour, so they look grey sometimes, they look silver sometimes, they look black, and that's because the lacquer is clear through with it's see-through, not clear through, it's clear with a bit of a black tint in it, and I think it works quite well, because when you look at the carbon and stuff, it ain't too different of a colour. When you look at the wheels closely, you can see all the machine polishing on them, and yeah, they look pretty cool. I like them, and the main thing, the thing that I like most, they're 3 kilos lighter a corner. So when I'm racing someone that's 12 kilos lighter, it don't matter, because I've balanced it out with light wheels, so I can eat lots of pizza, which is always brilliant. Yeah, they're made by 660. I bought them through a company called Evolve, and I'd recommend them for a lot of stuff. Half of the bits and bobs on this car I've probably bought from Evolve, actually. The Eventuris, all the Supersprint stuff, the wheels, the SSP clutch, they also fitted for me. Really good company, and they really know their stuff. Anyway, cracking on with bits and bobs that I've done. The Eventuris were there before, but these definitely weren't, and these are charge coolers. So these cool the air that goes into the engine, so you can see turbo there gets cooled and then it goes. So these are 25% bigger than stock, and they also have meth ports in at the bottom, so if you're running meth like me, you can run it in there. I haven't switched mine round yet, so I'm still going pre-coolers with my meth, but I will at some point, and see what sort of difference that makes. That's made by CSF and Pure Turbos, and while I bought them, I also bought Pure Turbo Stage 2 hybrids, which are hiding up there. So since that first video, we've now got charge coolers, we've got manifolds, we've got better turbos. There's a few bits and bobs that have been done, and the car's doing well because of how much power I'm pushing. I do want to forge the engine, and I do actually have rods and pistons. I've bought them from PPM. It's an Australian company, and that's Pure Performance Motorsport, and they do quite a lot of BMW stuff. I haven't got the engine done yet though, because I'm having a problem getting the stock parts for the engine and getting time to get it done and whatnot. So it is something that needs doing, and I do worry a little bit that I will blow the engine, because I do take the piss and I do push it hard. That's another thing, them wheels, I was out the other night having a play, and them wheels make a big difference when you're cornering and braking and stuff like that. The car does feel a lot more nimble having them on. So yeah, me sort of going on about, oh, my car's fast, this, that, it hasn't actually been on a dyno for ages, so I can't really claim horsepower figures, but there is others out there that were claiming like 900 odd, and I'd beaten their times. So the latest times I've done, which were without the manifold, without the not intercoolers, the charge coolers, and without the turbos, was a 4.900 to 200 verified, and a 5.8 60 to 130 verified. I've also got the quarter-mile record in England, which, to be honest, someone needs to take that, because it's a pretty shit record. I pretty much fucked up when I went down there that day. So it's a 10.9, which is good, but when you've got all the meth and you've got all the bits and bobs, it's definitely beatable. If you watch my video, you actually hear my car going into limp mode as I was getting near the finish, and that was my gearbox playing up. I've actually done a fluid change on the gearbox today, and I've done a few other bits and bobs to hopefully sort it out. But yeah, the gearbox is playing up on my motor sometimes, which is sadly a common F10 M5 problem for the high power ones. But anyway, there's a 10.9 quarter mile there with a crap terminal, and also I had good tyres on, but my 60 foot was crap because I didn't do enough homework finding out how to launch with them. And being a typical bloke, instead of reading the instruction manual, I just guessed it all myself and ended up not doing optimum times and getting great launches with it. So there's definitely room for improvement, and to be honest, I would like it if someone went out there and beat it. I don't want to beat my own record, I want to beat someone else and feel good about it. So yeah, there's them three things there. There's an event called VMAX as well. That's where I'm not the winner. I haven't smashed it there, but I'm looking to go back later in the year and kick ass. I went there, but I had a speed limiter still in the map at like 202. So out of the whole day, I won the half mile. No other cars beat me on the half mile, and it was damp and on rear wheel drive. But I was stuck at 202. So I'm looking to go back there and beat that. Going on to one other little thing is this draggy. This I've got on the phone. I don't even know what I've done with it actually. Oh look, it's down here. This little thing I'm using instead of my V-Box most of the time. It's really good. Instead of having to plug it in the cigarette lighter and stick it on the windscreen and sort of looking like a little bit, if you're in certain places, sometimes you don't want big things on your windscreen and whatnot, but this one's magnetic. It sticks on that speaker. It comes with sticky pads. It's a lot cheaper than a V-Box as well. I think it's about a third of the price. The good thing about this, you can see what other people are up to. Look, you click on BMWs, you can see all the times people have been putting up there. You can see what cars they've got, which is pretty cool. And then you've got all your times and that on there as well. And I think it can link in with the video. I haven't tried it yet because I haven't had my car for a little while, but you can get your video footage up with all the data displayed across the top of it. So Draggy's something that I'm now using and I really rate. And also my JB4 I'm still using a lot as well. It's really good software. When I put all my hybrid turbos on, I was able to adjust most of the settings just through the JB4 so that it was able to control like the new boost curve of the new turbos and whatnot. But yeah, I'm probably just rambling on, talking a load of crap now, but yeah, let's shut that. That's what the M5's up to these days. I can't remember how long ago that other video was, but it's got to have been a good, I don't know, 8-9 months ago, something like that. So since then, done really good on the 100 to 200 times, done good on the 60 to 130, and I've done good at Santa Pod as well. So yeah, and the car's nothing special stock wise. I didn't get lucky and get a fast one. Before I'd done all the modifications, it was doing the same sort of times as everyone else with M5s. But anyway, this is an updated video of the car. This is the things that have been done to it. If you're looking to do anything to your car and you're not sure what to do, or you're not worried what sort of power you can push and blah blah blah, whatever it is, feel free to send me a message, whatever, because I'm quite happy to talk about cars and M5s all day long. But yeah, that's me for now.